Yeah. PR Cowboy, I think I tripped you out with that rock. That rock
Oh
music.
no, it's good. That's how we're feeling right now, man. That's how we're feeling.
Yeah,
Beating our
man.
beating our head against the wall right now today. That's what we're feeling right
You right about that. That's exactly what we doing. We beating our heads in the wall, man. What's up, Cowboy Nation, Cowboy Headquarters, and America's team? And here we are on What's Up Wednesday. And welcome to the Cowboy Huddle Podcast. Give it up. Whew. So, hey, I don't know, PR Cowboy, if you saw it. I said, join us tonight in the therapy session because it's well needed. That's what we're having tonight. It is a therapy session. We have to be able to, all this rage that we have, all this anger, we have to release. We need to vent. We need to.
It's there. It's boiling over. It's boiling over.
It's boiling over. And there's Miss Fleabug in the house. Give it up for Miss Fleabug. What's going on, Fleabug? You all right today?
Yeah, besides this rain, it's storming really bad at my house.
I know, and I'm hoping everything holds up for us tonight because it really is getting bad. So, yeah, here we are tonight, man. Welcome to therapy session. Can everybody say, woosah, woosah? You understand? That's what we are, because I know we all have things in our head and in our heart, and this thing we want to say. This is where you can actually say what it is about your Cowboys. Give it up. Fleabug, I know you got a lot to say, and we're going to get into
I
it.
actually don't.
Shoot, before this is over with, you will. Oh, so how you doing, Fleabug? You all right?
Yes, I'm just like I said. This rain is I don't like when it's. I like the rain, but I don't like the thunder and the lightning. I'm a big baby when it comes to that. But
I love it.
oh, okay. Well,
What about you, PR Cowboy? What
Yeah.
you in the rain?
Yeah, it was over here. We just got the rain without the thunder, but I don't mind the lightning and thunder. But man, my job hates it, and that gives me the most headaches when I have lightning and thunder out here. So.
I hear you, man. So, hey, we need to get on into it. First of all, get started, man. Again, here we are going into the 2025 season, and I said this could be the beginning of the end of the Cowboys dynasty. And that's what I said. And I said it because guess what? It's Bobby Shop Talk tonight. Because y'all gonna hear some stuff from me tonight. Because I got some stuff to.
Hey, Roxanne.
There it
Thank you for
is.
joining us tonight. I love when she says,
Roxanne,
"Ma'am."
you don't have to put on your red light, Roxanne.
One of these days, I'm gonna miss you.
Come on, man. I love that. Thank you, Roxanne. Because every time you come on, that was one of my favorite songs. Fleabug, you remember in high school? That was one of the songs we used to listen to.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh, I got another Roxanne. Roxanne. Dun, dun, I want to be your man. Roxanne.
Yo,
Okay.
okay.
Okay, Lord Nova is
Hey,
here.
that's a
Hey,
good one.
what's up, Lord Nova?
Cowboy Champ, that is a good one. Oh, we go. Oh, Roxanne, you finna be famous, honey. Give it up.
We appreciate you for always being here, Roxanne.
Yeah, Roxanne Shante. Oh,
Patrick
there's the
Ryder,
fire
the
starter.
fire starter, is in the house.
Give it up for fire starter. So yeah, Cowboy Champ, how you feeling, brother? How's everything going for you right now?
Man, personal life, everything going good. Except for you know who, man. I'd rather not say. I'll let you start it off.
Okay, so I guess we're gonna start off with this topic here.
Yeah, let's get right into that. So guys, if y'all hadn't heard, man, I mean, this was a good move. If we ain't never made a great move before, this is one. So it's been reported by CBS Sport that Cowboys VP Will McClay signs a multi-year extension to remain in Dallas per report. Give it up. Man, that's a major asset right there. I don't know about you guys, but I don't know if have you guys heard about this or not.
Yeah, I heard about it earlier today.
Okay, so So it says that the Dallas Cowboys are keeping one of the most important pieces of their organization in place, according to multiple reports. Vice President of Player Person, you heard I say it, Vice President, not
Vice
President,
president.
Vice President up under Stephen Jones. Player personnel, Will McClay has signed a multi-year extension to remain in Dallas. Give it up.
Does it
Uh,
matter?
also said McClay has been in Dallas since 2002, rising through the organization after beginning his tenure as a pro scout. He worked his way up to pro scouting coordinator, director of football research, assistant director. Let me say assistant director to Stephen Jones of player personnel. Anyway, so hey, you're a Cowboy. What do you think? Was this a great move?
Uh, I mean, what? I mean, yeah, I've always loved Will McClay. I always loved him. But like, obviously, like, how much say does he have? Final say does he have in which guy we're going to get? That's the thing about it. He probably points it out. I'm sure he points out some of these good talents that we came got in. I'm not saying nothing, but how much is it the final say? That, like, what I'm saying, he don't get the final say in this stuff. But hey, congratulations, Will McClay. Like I said, glad to keep you around. Like I said, I know you have something to do with some of this good talent that has came in here, and I know you don't have the final say in some of the stupidity that happens. So, that's where it is. Congratulations, Will.
I don't know. So for some reason, it sounds like PR Cowboys a little on edge today.
I don't think so. It sounds like he's saying the right stuff to me.
Oh yeah, but he got a lot more to say. I can tell you that right now. So, Cowboys champ.
He
This
is.
move
Yes,
right
sir.
here
Oh,
probably was one of the best moves you think, or what? What do you think?
Okay. Well, going back 3 years ago, Will McClay, he was fired. Oh, give me a second, guys. Give me a second.
Okay, well,
No,
Fleetwood, come on with it. Well, y'all gotta understand now. See, well, I call PR Cowboy the multitasker, but see, Cowboys champ. See, he's top flight. Top flight, man. Top flight. He got some things to look out of. We got to keep. We call him Hawk. Call him Hawk because he got that hawk eye on everything that's going on around him. So y'all got to excuse him
Okay.
every once in a while. There he is. Come on back. Come on, what
Okay.
you got?
I'll say this real quick. Okay. 3 years ago, he was on fire. He was drafting good players. The past 2 years, Mozzie, Schoonmaker, Tyler Guyton, and I forgot the second round pick from this past year. That's not you're not batting 100, you're batting zero. So are they Jerry Steven picks or is it Will McClay? I know Will McClay is the glue for the head coach and the front office and the scouting department.
Yeah.
He's like the center of the pyramid. But
That's who he has
um,
to answer to.
yeah, but I think the president of the personnel need to quit and give it to Will McClay to give him more power.
Yeah.
hmm
Just
hmm
make him the general
Because
manager, man. Damn.
let him be the general manager. But he's gonna have to. I mean, man, I know what I'm thinking. He wherever the coaches said that's what they want. He give them the players in the draft board, and it is up to them to say, well, we picked this person, and is it him or is it the Jones boys that we keep missing out on the players that we should have drafted? So, but far as him, congratulations, get your money.
Right. For sure. And I think that was a great move. Fleetwood, what do you think about this move?
okay. So basically, they said it in a nutshell. They both already said it. I feel like I'm more with PR Cowboy that how much control does he really really have? But basically, if he was willing to sign the deal, apparently he's getting the money he wants, and he doesn't care what his if
Bro.
he has the really last say or whatever. But I mean, uh, I'm happy that he's getting his coins, his paper.
Yeah. And I think for them to sign him like they did, evidently they know that what a major asset he is to this organization because, there was rumors being told that it was a possibility that he might end up going somewhere else, creating his own staff and his own, and being with another organization. So I think basically what the Cowboys did, they did the right thing is keeping this guy around. So and and I can't say that I have witnessed him bring in some good talent. We have had some hit and misses, but I think we had more hits than we have misses. But yeah, for some reason, for whatever reason, when we draft from the Michigan, it's always a miss. I'm just
I
saying.
heard you say that they wouldn't be happy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, but we had Taco Charlton. We brought in Margie Smith, Schoonmaker. Which Schoonmaker is coming around, I guess. But we got a lot of stuff going on, man. So, now that we know we got our coaches in place, we do have our head coach, and now it's been brought up that we did another interview. So it's seems that we have did an interview with one of the Cardinals offensive linemen. This has been reported as well by Sports Illustrated. Says that basically, where is it at? Now Dallas is eyeing Cardinals offensive lineman Clayton Adams for the vacant offensive coordinator role. The Cowboys on Tuesday interviewed Adams for the position. Sources told per Sports Illustrated, Adams is considered a top candidate for the Cowboys offensive coordinator role. A former walk-on at Boise State, Adams got his breakthrough into the NFL. Blah blah blah. Adam played key role in developing young players on the Arizona offensive line, such as Paris Johnson Jr. and Isaiah Adams, and was considered as Ford notes as a key architect in the Cardinals' physical running game. And I think, guys, right there, what we just said, the running game, that is something that's going to have to change, PR Cowboy. So I don't know. Do you know anything about Clayton, or the Cardinals
No,
running game?
I mean the Cardinals running game looked good this last season. I
Yeah,
know like you said, they really did look good. But you said you hit a key point right there. Former Boise State, and here it goes back to our ties to that
yeah,
school. Is this like again? Is this Jerry leading the charge on this thing, or is this Schottenheimer like, hey, I like this guy? This is another thing. But like you said, everything you said about him sounds good. We do need to fix this run game. We gotta
yeah,
that's where we have to focus on. And what he did with the Cardinals looked pretty good. So like yeah, like I said, it's nothing again. Once again, whoever coaches come in here, last week we were like, hey, no to Schottenheimer, right? I'm coming in this week saying like, look, I'm gonna put my face behind these coaches. I'm gonna support these coaches because at the end of the day, it's gonna come down to our, like you said, our GM and president of personnel, player personnel. So bring this guy in. Like I said, change it up. Let's see if we can get these guys to get physical and get this running game going.
yeah. Cowboys champ, and I think that was our biggest problem, man. Our running game last year, and as far as Mike McCarthy, saying I know how to win games and I want to run the damn ball, and we didn't see that to the last 5 games. So it looks like Brian Schottenheimer. Now, what he did say, he's looking for a hell of a coaching staff. So I think he's throwing that at Jerry and them. If we're gonna be successful, we need a hell of a coaching staff. So with this move, do you think this is a move that will probably improve the way we do things up on the front line, or what do you think about this interview? If this guy is probably a good candidate or not?
I have a better name, Mark Colombo.
Mm-hmm.
Mark Colombo will be better than him because he said Arizona and Boise State.
Yeah,
Those man, that right there, I feel the same way about that when I first heard about Schottenheimer being hired head coach.
right.
It don't do nothing for me. But
Okay.
you bring now the defense coordinator, maybe I don't know, but as far as offensive line coach, yeah, I just Mark Colombo. But as far as this guy, like I said, it's just a wait and see. I really don't have high hopes for this team, but again, it's just a wait and see.
No, and I understand, man. I mean, my expectations is low. My let me show y'all my expectations. Hold on, I'll be right back. Y'all see me down here? This this is my expectations right here. So anything
Oh my God. Okay.
Anything above this here, that's where my hand is on the floor. Anything above that, that's progress. Okay. So Cowboys champ, I understand what you're saying, brother. I get it. I get it. And I think we all get it. That's why we're doing it. This is why we call this the therapy session tonight, because this is exactly what it is. Which whatever's on your mind, we have to get it off on this stream tonight. But I get it. So Mark Colombo was one that was here at one time. He was our offensive line coach at one time, and he just like he disappeared, he vanished. But yeah, man, here we are, man. We're trying to figure out if this a great move or not. But now, as it was told, now James Conner ran for two 1,000-yard seasons under this guy. So I'm just want to make sure that these guys with Brian Schottenheimer is moving in the right direction to give Dak some help, right? Fleabug, you feel that way? Or, I mean, how you feel about that?
Well, to be honest, I'm not. I'm not up on the coaches right now.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten over the fact that we hired Brian Schottenheimer. I haven't. So I'm not gonna lie. I haven't this week. I've kind of been slacking on reading up on the Cowboys. Anytime I read up on them, I send you the information, so you
Yeah.
put it out there. But
Yeah.
I kind of been slacking this week. I'm not even gonna lie because I'm
But
just
yeah,
not. It's just not right now. I don't know.
So
I think, but I think you feel this way, right? Like everybody wasn't excited about the Brian Schottenheimer, but like, hey, I think I speak for most. Hey, we're going to support this guy to see what he can do, right? But at the same time, is whatever coach we brought in, it was going to depend on these holes that we have everywhere if they were going to be, filled by this front office. Is it are they going to go get the stuff that to give these guys success? Because they didn't do that for McCarthy last year. They didn't, what I'm saying? We had injuries and there was no depth behind these injuries to get past these. So I just feel like whatever coach we brought in, we're still going to look. Our eyes are on the GM coming up here in about a month or two when free agency is. That's
Yeah.
where our eyes are at.
Yeah, that's so true. Hey, before we go any further, I got my guy from all the way on the other side of town. Our guy that comes with the real spiel every time. Give it up for our guy, Cowboys Corner. Give it up. Welcome to the therapy session where you can just woosah, you can let it out, vent, hit the screen, whatever it is that you think you need to do. And I understand it's a wait and see right now, Cowboys Corner. But at the same time, there has to be some type of sense of hope, right?
No,
Wait a minute.
no, no hope. Because think about it. We got Jerry and Steven running the cap space. We got Dak Prescott for 4 more years. We got a rookie head coach with the injury-prone quarterback. We got Matt Eberflus. I think that's the most optimistic hire, if I'm being honest with you, is Matt Eberflus. The special teams guy, Nick, when he was actually a special teams quarter with the Jacksonville Jaguars, he was 32nd both years. Then he was like, you know what, maybe special teams ain't my thing. Let me go try defense. And he got fired because defense wasn't his thing. And so now we're here with the rookie head coach and a coach that's only been really coaching for 4 years, and the special teams guy. Complete downgrade from Bones Fossil, by the way. And Bones Fossil was not perfect, but it's a complete downgrade. Like you went from hey, she might be the first lady's daughter to she's the prostitute's daughter. That's how much you downgraded there. And then, I mean, Matty Eberflus, I like him for Schottenheimer because he has coach experience. Did it work out with Chicago? No. But he has defensive coordinator success with the Colts, top 10 defensive passing, stuff like that, right? So the optimism is Matt Eberflus. The disappointment is special teams and Schottenheimer and Dak Prescott because he's the big piece of this thing. And I don't think he's going to stay healthy. So when do you draft a quarterback? When do you help your rookie head coach out? right? So,
Mm.
and they're keeping the stale offense. They're still keeping the stale offense. So they're not going to be innovative. They might motion CeeDee Lamb more. Whoop-de-doo. But how are you going to build this offensive line? How you going to do other things? And then not only do you have 24 free agents, G. Hampton and the guys on the panel, and Fleabug, 14 of them are over 30 years old.
What and see, and I'm glad you said that, Cowboys Corner, because that is, I think, really that is the reason they went this route. Because, just think about this: if we wouldn't have even signed Dak, we could have came in with a brand new coach and a first-round draft pick quarterback,
and a fresh salary cap.
Oh my God!
That's why I was mad when we signed Mike McCarthy, or when we fired Mike McCarthy. That marriage was supposed to stay with Dak.
So, and again, and I understand it was, but at the same time, once what was done was done. But at the same time, what coach you going to bring in here to take on everything that you just mentioned? You got 20-some players that's going up for free agent. You got almost $41 million you're going to pay in dead money. You got $84 million that's on injury reserve. So you got to keep somebody that's familiar with the environment and with the players in the locker room. So that's the only reason I say that's why they made the move that they made, because at least Brian is he knows this locker room. So that's the only reason I could think that's the reason they stayed in-house. I don't know. What do you think?
That if that was the case, if they were looking at that crystal ball like that, you should have kept Mike McCarthy.
But
if you think about it, they didn't fire Mike McCarthy. McCarthy said no to him.
Yeah,
because they wanted to play chicken shit with this contract.
Exactly.
That's why. That's why Mike McCarthy said no. He should have just, because you. This is Dak's third head coach. Tell me, when you look at Schottenheimer, tell me what's going to change. If it's going to get worse, it's going to get way worse. It is. That's why Mike McCarthy should have just stayed.
Well, see, now it's been told that it's possible that they could clear up almost $100 million, and we all know.
Oh yeah, yeah. You know how?
Well,
I don't know if it's 100 million, but it's gonna be like 80 million. I don't know if it's gonna be 100.
Yeah.
Maybe if they move some void years with Zach Martin. I mean, it's possible. But you know what that does, though, G. Hampton?
Well, yeah, what we've been doing the last 30 years.
What is the talking point last offseason about Dak Prescott? It was he has the leverage because he has $40 million in dead money. Whoop-de-doo, $40 million. Now he's on the books for 90, right?
Yeah.
For this year. I would rather take my 40. So, when they restructure that contract, they can free up $57 million. They don't have to do all of it, but that's their max.
Yeah.
So guess what happened? Yeah, that 57 frees up now, but that goes on a credit card, G. Hampton. Credit card bills are due with or without the player. So when Dak's gone, who's paying that credit card bill? The Cowboys, the future head coach. Dak's on the books and he ain't even here.
But look at how many other players are not here and on the books.
But look at the magnitude of the cap hit.
Oh yeah.
Michael Gallup's only $8 million. Imagine Dak not being here and being on the books if they do 2 years restructures. Imagine him not being here and we're still paying him $90 million.
It's gonna happen. We're gonna be just like the Atlanta Falcons.
This is my question: do you keep him and he's hurt and he's not doing anything, or do we just go ahead and let him go and take a chance on getting somebody who can do something?
I would let him go.
Thank you. That's my.
I would let him go right now and eat $105 million before the guarantee accelerations kick in. Cowboys can let him go and say, "Let me eat $100 million."
I say let go. I'm with Cowboys Corner. I'm sorry.
PR Cowboys.
I am too. I'm for it too. Get rid of his ass.
We need to get rid of him and get some young meat in here. I mean,
it's not fair for Schottenheimer to have an old ass quarterback.
Some young people.
Yeah.
That's what I meant. I meant some young people.
You think it's fair for Schottenheimer to have an injury-prone Prescott? That's fair for Schottenheimer? You're not even giving a snowball chance in hell. He's already set up for failure. Sure, let's go beat up on the bad teams.
Wait a minute. Everybody
When
take
you
a
ask our
breath.
opinion,
Hang
we're
on.
giving it to you.
Ain't no way. Check this out. Check
He's
this out.
starting to buy into it. He's starting to buy into it.
Now check this out. The Eagles have 9 players next year, contract equal to Dak, $90 million cap hit. That's 9 players that the Cowboys could have on this team. But we got Cowboy and the idiot GM.
Yep.
But we can't blame Dak for that. I don't blame him. Take the bag, man. Take the bag. That was a Jerry stupid move on his
go
part.
take the Raiders bag. Don't take our bag.
Todd France finessed Jerry. He finessed the crap out of Jerry, and I don't blame Dak. I don't think
And this
Dak's
is what
worth it.
happened.
I don't
This
think
is what
he's worth
happened.
the money, but he got finessed.
Trey Lance threw 5 interceptions in that preseason game. That's why Dak Prescott got paid.
Well, again, Jerry got finessed.
Yeah, Jerry and as long as Jerry and Steven, they're going to keep making the same mistakes over and over. It's not like it's the first time they've done it. They're going to keep on giving somebody this contract. They're going to keep paying this dead money, and it's going to be. It's just going to. They're in a pattern, and they're going to repeat this pattern as long as they're in
Right.
charge.
So are we going to be forced to sign a 36-year-old Dak Prescott because he has so much dead money?
No, you can't.
No, you can't.
So you might as well just take your
Eddie
chances
Jones,
now
boy.
and eat the money now before you eat it here in 4 years and the next head coach sucks. Sorry for cussing.
But I mean, we'll see. We'll see when Jerry's 4 years older and his mind's already gone. He might. Who knows what he's going to be? That guy.
And
it's bad.
It's hard listening to Jerry right now, man. I mean, it's like sitting in a nursing home, man, and listening to him to tell all these old stories, man. I mean,
Like we can. Like, look at me. I've been hitting the gym so hard, pissed off at these Cowboys. I'm down 20 pounds
Give it up for Cowboy Corner.
because I'm so mad at these Cowboys. I'm about to go hit the gym now. And now I look weird in this camera. I'm looking at me all thin.
That's what's up, man. So now we're gonna keep this thing going, but I want to get into this, man, about the official hire. So we do have the official hire of
There's
Matt.
3 of them, right?
Matt Eberflus, and basically what it is Eberflus served as an assistant. If nobody knows the history about Matt, let's just get into a little bit of stuff to catch everybody up. He served as an assistant with the Cowboys from 2011 to 2017. He became the Indianapolis Colts defensive coordinator in 2018 and served in that role until 2021. He became the Chicago Bears head coach until being fired this season after a 4-8 start.
What did you say his name was?
Matt Eberflus.
Eberflus. Eberflus. So it says the Bears went 14-32 during Eberflus' tenure as head coach. He could be better suited as a defensive coordinator, which would help the Cowboys. In the defense ranked 10th, 18th, 10th, and 9th in points allowed over Eberflus' 4 years as defensive coordinator. They dropped to 28, 28, 24 after he left. So there's a little inside scoop about Matt Eberflus. So Cowboys champ.
Okay, hold on, because I'm sorry. I don't mean to cut you off, but I didn't think that was the guy who was hired. I thought his name was Dave Borgensey, and he worked for Eberflus. So are you sure Eberflus is actually the one who got hired?
Yeah, he's the guy.
What's the name you're saying, Fleabug?
I thought it was somebody named Dave Borgensey.
And who is he?
And he worked he worked under Eberflus, but I heard that he was the one who got hired as the linebackers coach.
He
could be a linebacker coach.
Yeah,
but Eberflus is the defensive coordinator. Eberflus used to be our linebacker coach when Sean Lee, Bruce Carter, Anthony Hitchens, those guys were here.
Okay, maybe I'm reading the wrong article then.
No,
check the year.
Yeah, check the year.
Excuse you. This was just posted on today.
So, so PR Cowboy. With that being said, Matt, what do you think about his man? We finna get ready to change this whole defense, bro.
Yeah, but I think Cowboy Corner pointed that out right there this is going to be where your hope is at. This is where the bright spot will come from right here, if there is any to look at on this team with Matt. As far as his time in the Colts, where he's had some success, he was here with Rod Marinelli when Rod Marinelli was the defense coordinator. Also, like you said, he didn't have good luck as the head coach, but as we can say, sometimes you're just a coordinator. What you are, you're not a head coach. You're really good at what you do in these
Yeah,
spots. So, um, and I think that's the one hire that I am excited about too. Like I'm excited about it, and I think I'm ready to see what he can do with the defense. And I think I'm actually more excited about this than I was about Zimmer coming in. I think I'm more excited about this hire right here, and I'm ready to see him get to work with this defense.
So, Cowboys champ, do you feel that Matt is a better pick than Mike Zimmer?
Yeah, yes. I think he might be a better fit for what the roster has right now. But bottom line, they still gonna have to fix that defensive line for them to be successful.
Yeah, and I agree with that. And like I said, it has yet to remain to be seen what this defense is going to look like with Michael Parsons. We don't know. Then hopefully get Tank Lawrence back. There's just so many question marks right now, man, that we just really don't know what's going on with our Cowboys. So, uh, I guess we can get into this. What is it that we are? I don't want to jump the game. I don't want to jump the gun, flea bug. But
I'm not. I
that's
didn't
who
put it
that's who
up.
Iberflus is. He is definitely our guy. But now one thing about Matt, let me share this with you now. He said Iberflus said he wants his defense to play fast and physical. He craves size up front and employs a lot of zone coverage in the back. He wants his defensive line attacking and penetrating on every play, the way Rob Marinelli did when he was the defensive coordinator in Dallas. So I think we all can remember that. I mean, PR Cowboy. I mean, that sounds good, right?
No, yeah, it sounds all good, but like you said also too, like Coach Evans, you got to fix some things. The president of player personnel, GM, you got to put some players and help these coaches succeed as well. So, but like I said, I'm all for it. Like I said, like I think most of us are in agreement where, hey, we're a little bit more excited about the defense coordinator hired than we are about the head coach or whatever else is going on. But
That's sad too.
and yeah, but he like you said, he's has head coach experience too that he can help Schottenheimer hopefully with that. Yeah, like I said, I'm excited to see Matt with this defense and see what he can do with the guys we have. We do have a lot of questions, guys injured. We don't know when they're going to come back, this and that, but this is where your player personnel's got to beef up some of this stuff that we have questions around.
I agree. I agree. And that, like I said, a lot of question mark. Hey, we're gonna get into this. We want to get into this. Brian Schottenheim. Go ahead. What you got, brother?
Sorry, no. The defense ain't going to change a lot. You brought up Rod Marinelli. So Dan Quinn was a 4-2-5, a lot of base nickel, right? Mike
Right.
Zimmer was a traditional 4-3-4.
Right.
Matt Eberflus is going to be Tampa 2. So that's where the
Yeah.
Marinelli ties into. So when he says zone, when you hear Matt Eberflus say zone, automatically think Tampa 2.
Right.
Because that's what it is. That's what
It's
it is.
Marinelli.
Yeah.
So true. I agree with you. And that's what is that? Do you consider that as a bend don't break type
Yes.
defense?
Yeah. 'Cause it's made to stop the run and the pass, but none of it matters, like Champ said, if you can't get your front four fixed.
So with that being said, champ, are you going to get this front four fixed through the draft, or would you rather go with a veteran style front line? How would you fix this front line, knowing that there's still some missing pieces?
Man, this a three draft process. You're going to have to draft some defensive tackles and get some better linebackers and better safeties for this team in order for them to move on. But it starts with the middle didn't work outside.
Mm.
But as we know about this team, they do not put value in the defensive tackle. They want uh, three techs, and every defensive tackle can't be a three tech. Really, a three tech is nothing but a pass rusher.
Well, that's what Eberflus said. He strongly believes in a three tech. He needs a good three tech. So that's going to be very important for him in this draft, or as far as a veteran. PR Cowboy, what do you think about trying to get this front? Let's start with this front line on the defense side of the
Yeah,
ball.
I think you have to, like I said before, you have to, whatever the case may be. I know the caps, whatever, but hit the free agency, man. And look, you've missed on some drafts the last couple of years. It's starting to show its face now, and you're not mixing it in with some free agents to help. You're waiting for, like, hey, I'm going to get this 37-year-old guy because he's going to cost me less money and he's a name, and I can, what I'm saying, instead of what you should have got him 3, 4 years ago. Like we always said, right? Whenever we talked about them bringing Dalvin Cook at running back, that was a 3, 4 years ago move, not this year. So all this stuff like that, like you stop nickel and diming and make moves and fix your issues.
Yeah, Cowboys Counter, what do you think? What it's going to take to get this front line together, man? I mean, good grief. I mean, are you going to get all the guys you need through the draft? Or are you going to go through free agent? What agency? What are you going to do, man? I mean, dang, we got to fix this thing and quit messing around.
I'm the general manager here, G. Hampton, all right?
I'm listening.
Put in the franchise tag on Osa Odigizua, all right? Immediately. I'm going to replace, now hear me out here. Hear me out. I'm going to replace Mozzie Smith, and I'm going to put Marshawn Nealand to replace him. I'm going to beef him up. All right? Bear with me now. Michael Parsons is going to be playing right in, left in, doesn't matter, mix him around. But he's not going linebacker. Not on my watch. Okay?
Right.
I'm on the left end or the right end to play opposite. I'm either going to go draft or I'm picking free agency. I just got my 4 starters right there. Bam. Okay? Then Mozzie could be good depth behind Marshawn Nealand.
I agree.
And then you can get guys like Sam Williams coming back.
Yeah.
Right? He's not on my starting lineup because he's coming off an ACL. He has to get back to it. So you got Sam Williams backing up guys. So really, when you break this down, as if I was GM, there's not a lot of holes on this D line to fix. You just got to get some plug and play guys. If I was the general manager,
Fact.
it's not hard. It's not hard.
Yeah, I think the players are there. I think the players, and like you say, that one good draft that you could put it that in. I don't know. What about Tank Lawrence? I mean, do we get Tank Lawrence back?
Thank you, Tank, for everything that you did for us, but you are no longer a Cowboy.
Wait a minute. Cowboys champ, how you feel about what Cowboys corner just brought up? What do you think, my brother?
I'm glad corner will listen to me when I said you should beef up Nealon, make him move him inside. What he just said, I can't disagree.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
That's a darn good move if you move Nealon inside.
Because he is a run stopper. He's not a pass rusher.
And you still got guys like Charles Goldston that stepped up for you.
Yeah.
I mean, the D line here, I'm telling you, as long as the sky ain't falling for me, the sky's falling for me more on the linebacker side than it is the D line side.
Yeah. And that's
because in Tampa 2, if your front 7 ain't front 7, they're gonna put 7 on you.
And another thing, and to copy off of that, the Cowboys got to get some smarter safeties. When you play in Tampa 2, you have to have smart safeties. You just can't have safety that's got their nose to the ground and will hit somebody. You need ball hogs and be able to tackle, but you need some smart safeties.
Yeah. And that makes a lot of sense. I mean, we got to see what Matt's going to do. Like I say, there's one thing we know that Brian Schottenheimer did say. He said that this is going to be very competitive. He's going to make it competitive, and which it should be. But I want to get into this before we get into this offense. That's good stuff on the defense. But I got to do this channel identification. Hold on, we'll get right into that interview. Hold tight. If you're listening to us at audio, that's just the channel identification that you can catch us on Wednesday night on What's Up Wednesday. You also can catch us on Saturday. Saturday, sit down with G, the number one Cowboy fan in Hampton. You can also catch us on Monday nights, on Monday Night Mic'd Up. Again, we want to give thanks to all to our subscribers and all those that follow us on the Cowboy Huddle. So thank you at this time. But anyway, so let's get into this. Let's get into this interview. I mean, this interview was so long and dragged out. I don't know if you guys heard. It was like, oh my gosh, is this about Brian Schottenheimer or is this about Jerry or is it about Steven? I don't know. Just so, but I did find a clip in here, and I want you guys to listen. You guys tell me what you think when you hear this clip of the video of Brian Schottenheimer. Let's get into it.
You obviously know the man to your right very well. When you talk to fans are super impatient. They see two NFC East teams playing yesterday. Obviously, the drought that we've spoken to. I know you've spoken to fan sentiment, but why should fans buy into Brian Schottenheimer?
Well, you have touched on one point. Our fans have been very patient.
You think?
Very patient. And through you to them, I want to tell them how appreciative that I am of the support and of their interest in the Dallas Cowboys. Now, there's a whole bunch of those fans that look and are interested because they want to see me grovel, whatever it is. But I'm not putting that up there much. But to those fans who have been with us, this decision to bring Shotty in is risky. It's not a Hail Mary at all in any way.
Wake up, Cowboys,
Tone. It's founded over some very unique, as I started off, unique sets of circumstances. I know how much our fans are into the Dallas Cowboys. And for me to be into it is no solace at all. We're interested, they're interested, I'm interested in getting to those playoffs and winning. This is the best way that we can go to the playoffs and win.
My next one's for Brian, if I could really quick. You've worked with Dak Prescott for 3 years now. Obviously, he had a lot of support for you. What do you feel like you two can work on together to unlock even more of his game?
Well, before I respond to that, I'd like to go back with one thing, Nick. Like, I'm not doing this by myself. I've got the incredible support of Jerry, Steve, and the Jones family. The young men that are sitting behind you, we're doing this together. So my message to the Cowboys fans and community is we're going to do this together, and we're going to build this thing the right way. We're going to get the culture right. The X's and O's will come. That doesn't matter. But the support and the work ethic of these guys that sit behind me, incredibly humbling that.
Well, that is a clip of your head coach and your owner. So, are you buying or are you selling Cowboys Corner?
So the funny thing is here is he really thinks he has the support from the Joneses.
Yeah.
And, you know,
yeah,
you can tell who interviewed who because someone got suckered. Someone got suckered. He really thinks the Joneses would fire him in a matter of 1 in 15. All right. Now, he said we got to get the culture right. The person sitting to his left and right is the culture.
Mm-hmm.
So how you going to get the culture right when they're sitting next to you? Because if it ain't Jerry's way, it's nobody's way. That's why you're in that seat, because you're the puppet master now. You're the puppeteer. I am selling all day long, G. Hampton.
Woo! Cowboys champ. You heard the owner, you heard your head coach. So what are you doing? Are you buying or are you selling?
Give me 1 second, man.
All right, come on, PR Cowboy. What do you
Yeah,
heard?
man, that sounded like they were about to make announcement that Jerry was about to be the head coach when that started out. Yeah, that's how that whole. I'm selling. Um, I mean, Calvin Corner hit on every aspect of it right there. The two guys that are right there, that's the culture. You can't change that culture. Whatever they say goes, and that's just the way it is. I'm like, and I'm going to support Brian. Look, I like, hey, as a fan, I'm like, Brian, come on, man. Like,
Yeah,
I'm going to support you. Like, whatever. Just like I do every player that comes in here. And like, we criticize these guys, all that stuff. Yeah, of course we're going to do that. But as far as you get the support from these two guys, you'll get to know very quickly how much support you got from these guys.
wow. And this is why we are where we are right now, guys. I mean, 30 years of doing the same old thing. That what Albert Einstein said. He said there
Hey,
definitely should
G,
be
nah, remember, 30 years. Man, that's just 30 years, man.
yeah, the air quotes by Stephen Jones, the drought. Are we delusional? I mean, do he not think we're in a drought?
I heard somebody. This ain't my angle. I'm taking somebody else's angle here. G. Hampton. Jerry, or Steven grew up in this with his dad. Sure, he did a little bit of books in the '90s and stuff, but Steven and Jerry, they're billionaires, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So they went from 150 million to buy the Cowboys to a $10 billion franchise. The only way that there's going to be a drought for Steven is if that money stops coming in. That's it. So when he air quotes drought, he don't know what you're talking about because the bank account has that many zeros in it.
Yeah.
But hey, I got to get going. I got to get to the gym. I'm going to be listening as I'm working out. Great
Okay,
show,
brother.
guys. Thanks for sharing the link.
All right, y'all give it up for Cowboys Corner once more and again. Take care, my guy. We'll see you on Saturday night. Talking crazy.
Yep. Facts.
All right, all right. So with that being said, now here we are, guys. We getting ready for the Super Bowl. All right, Dro knows what happened to the Jerry Jones that spent a month with the 49ers learning how to build a championship organization. Dro, you got to tell us that. Because I couldn't tell you, brother, because evidently it's not working. That's all I can tell you. I have no idea where we are. But I'm like, what the crap are we doing? Fleabug, calm. Quit drinking that spritzer or whatever. But so with that being said, I don't know what we're doing right now, and it's very hard to tell where we're going. But all we can do, PR Cowboy, is wait and see. But here we are, man, getting ready to witness another Super Bowl game, and here we are. We have Philadelphia Eagles back in the Super Bowl, going up against Kansas City. Now, one thing I can say about Philadelphia, which I hate to say it, but I got to give credit where credit's due. What they did, they added a running game. And this guy is definitely a threat to any opposing team. But not only that, though, PR Cowboy, they have a quarterback. Not only that, they have two receivers and a tight end. So it seems like they get the assignment. Let's look at Kansas City. Kansas City has a quarterback. They have a tight end. They have receivers, and they have a running back. Okay? Teflon Bree. Give it up for Teflon Bree. He's in the house. Give it up. Appreciate your brother for stopping through. So here we are talking about two teams that basically seem like they get the assignment. So what is it about us that we're not able to read the assignment and address the assignment? I mean, we're looking at the two teams, and we know Kansas City is in a position that they could be the greatest team ever to win 3 Super Bowls in a row.
Yeah.
With Andy Reid. So enlighten me on something, man, because I'm missing something.
Well, if you look at the Eagles, great job by their GM team. They what they do this offseason, when they go back to the year before, they knew they had trouble on the pass defense. What they go do? They went and got C.J. Gardner, drafted that rookie cornerback they got now. They addressed that. Boom. They went and got him a pass rusher in free agency. They went and get that running back Saquon Barkley in free agency. They did all that to address what they knew what was wrong with their team the year before. Back here they are. You look at Dallas, we knew we needed help at the running game. We did nothing. We knew we needed to address. We know we need to address Terrence Steele at right tackle. We've done nothing. We know we need a second guy to CD. We've done nothing. And our philosophy is draft and develop. But when you miss on draft picks, that's where it hurts you. That you can't just depend. And I'm not telling Jerry to go and go be the highest bidder to one player. What Philadelphia did, 2-3 guys, boom, sprinkle them in. This is going to help this spot, help this spot. And then if you go to the Chiefs, of course, they just got Andy Reid, which I think is just the greatest ever. Even back going to Philly, he's just awesome. And they just got it right there. But they still help them, though. I think every year that they've won the Super Bowl, in the middle of the season, they've gone to go trade for somebody to solidify a position. Yeah, better themselves, to give themselves a better shot. They did DeAndre Hopkins this year, and they went and got Kareem Hunt. And Hopkins is probably the third receiver on the team, but that's crazy, right? And here we are, when we had 3, 12-5 seasons, we did nothing to help our chances get better in those seasons. And then when you look at this past year, we weren't even going to the playoffs. We sent a 4th-round pick for Mingo. What is your thinking on this? If you're not willing to give up a 4th-round pick when you're 12-5 for a guy, you don't think we could have got Hopkins for a 4th round? You don't think we got Henry for a 4th round? Even their rental players. You're showing me you're trying to get this team over the hump. And this is the difference you see with these teams that are in the postseason right now, Super Bowl, compared to us. I think Michael Irvin said it best. I saw a clip. I didn't get to see the whole thing. But we're pretty much like Blockbuster. We're stuck in our way. Everybody's just doing it, and we're just going to be out of the way. There's no more.
Yeah. That's what he said. He said Sears Robust could have been Amazon, but they wanted to stay in the catalog. Give it up.
That's where we at.
And he said Blockbuster could have been Netflix, but they wanted to stay inside the store. And that's so true. But you got these businessmen again trying to do coach's business, and that's what's hurting us. They know absolutely nothing about when it comes to making moves, when it comes to players in football. They don't, and that's why we're where we are today. So and we see it. We see the blueprint with Philly. We see the blueprint. I mean, we could have had Saquon if we wanted to. We could have. I mean, we could have had Derrick Henry if we wanted to. If we wanted, but we didn't. We didn't make a move. So again, it's the difference. That's the difference between us and these other teams. So with that being said, before we get out of here, so we got the 12th pick in the first round. With that first pick, what direction are you going to go?
Man, and I've said this before. Like I said, I still, I got a list of players that I'm still going through, watching some film on and stuff like that. But like I said, I mean, at this point, I don't care if it's wide receiver, running back, defensive line, linebacker. You can pick from the right. You can pick from the litter of what you can go with. As long as the guy is a playmaker and comes in and helps this team right away. I don't have time to sit around and wait for a guy. We're waiting for Tyler Gillett to develop. We're waiting for, Mozzie Smith to be that guy. I don't have time. We don't have time for that. This guy has to come in and be a playmaker like we've seen some of these rookies for these teams that are playing in the Super Bowl right now, like Xavier Worthy and the cornerback for Eagles that are making impacts for their team. We need that guy to come make an impact on this team right away.
Yeah. I heard in the interview when they was doing Brian Schottenheimer and Jerry was sitting up there, and Jerry had oh my gosh, that was such a long drug out interview. I'm like, dude, we don't want to hear about your stories. Just let's get to this. Let's get to the coach. But he said something. He said, You know, I've been around a lot of coaches, and I also wanted to be a coach. There it is. When he said that I wanted to be a coach, this is the reason you see Jerry Jones in the coaches meeting and in the players meeting. This is what your owner is doing. He's sitting in these meetings because he wants to be a coach. And the coaches cannot do the things that they need to do because everything has to go through Jerry. But that's neither here or there. We talked about that. But let me say this, and I'm going to get into some of these comments because I see some good comments real quick. Personally, PR Cowboy, I'm at the point now we have to get a skilled player. This first round, we haven't, we got Zeke, and we saw Zeke. He contributed to the team and
impacted right away. Yeah.
And I just feel that's where we are. We're going to have to either with this first. I mean, we've been trying with the lineman, offensive line, defensive line. That's great, but it's been a while since we had went out and got a first round draft pick skill player. So if it's me, I'm going to either at least have to get the number one running back out there, or somebody that's going to complement CeeDee Lamb as a receiver. This is the, and this is why I say because there's a difference between a first rounder and a sixth rounder, a first rounder and a fifth rounder. IQ. These guys are first rounders for a reason, because of their not only their skills but their athleticism and just the mental part and the IQ of the game. That's what makes them first round picks. So we have to get somebody that's going to either complement CD or take the pressure off of Dak, because right now we know Dak is going to be a one-dimensional quarterback.
Yeah.
We know that.
Yeah,
we just
I know
gotta
that.
go ahead.
And you see the thing going on with the Eagles. Like everybody's like, oh, Jalen Hurts doesn't throw for this many yards, or Jalen Hurts not throwing for 300 plus yards. Yeah, because they have an identity. That identity is Saquon Barkley, and Hurts can run too. So why does he have to throw for 300 yards? And we've said this, G. You've said this over the last years. We don't need Dak to throw for 300 yards. We need that identity and stick with that and win games like that. You saw it with Baltimore in the divisional round against the Bills. Their identity was run with Lamar and run with Henry. They got away from that, and it cost them the game. Exactly. That's what happens with these, man. We see it over and over.
Yeah. And here we are, again, basically waiting. Again, like I say, all we can do is sit and wait. Hopefully, and this is not a shot at Brian Schottenheimer. I think every coach deserves to be a head coach.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping, and I don't know what Brian Schottenheimer is going to bring to the table, but I'm hoping he brings something different than what Mike McCarthy brought, because that offense was just old, outdated, and it didn't work.
Well, they didn't have an identity. There was no identity of what they wanted to do. They were pass happy first half of the season, and when they gave Rico a shot, then we're running the ball, looking good, and it was just all over the place. And I just, like you said, and like Brian, like I said, he has my support, man. Like I said, whatever everybody else is thinking, let's see what he can do. Much respect for his dad, Marty. Love Marty as a head coach. So let's see what Brian can do. Like I said, but he needs, if he really thinks he has the support of the Joneses, they got to show him here in a couple months that, hey, we're behind you. We're going to do what we can to help you succeed.
For sure. Let's get into some. I want to get into some of these comments before we get off here, because I appreciate everybody. And like I said, this is a therapy night, so everybody can just release and basically rant, whatever. But let's go to Dro Nose. Dro Nose says something here. He said Jerry should have one of his grandsons intern with the Eagles and learn how they are manipulating the salary cap. Give it up. Teflon Bridge said Jerry also said nobody can do the GM job better than him. Just delusional. I give it up. That's so true, Teflon. This guy is one that basically thinks I am the GM. And somebody asked him, when was the last time an 82-year-old GM, made to the street? So, yeah, what is that next one we got? I say trade the pick or draft Kelvin Branks, the tackle from Texas. You talking about that? I guess he's talking about that first pick. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean you could do that, but we got Tyler Guyton.
Well, we still got to replace Steele. We got to do something with Steele. But like I told you,
I know that's too much money, man. What you gonna do? That's
I
a
mean,
lot
it's
of money.
something. I mean,
What else we got up there? Moderator. Yeah, but that's something we got to think about. Here, let me grab one real quick. Here's one. We got to replace
yeah.
Terrence Illumina. Yeah, you know, Dro, I call him Terrence. I got Terrence Turnstile. He's just like a turnstile, baby. There you go, man. You know, it's just, but that's where we are, guys. But again, this is not directed at Brian Schottenheimer or Matt Eberflus. All that we can hope is that they come in here with a different type of energy, a different type of direction, vision for this team, put the pieces in place. But I say this too, PR Capital. Only reason they stayed in house is because they have so many moving pieces,
Yeah.
so many unfinished business to where it would have been crazy to bring a new coach in to have to deal with somebody that don't even know the players. And like I say, we waited so late to even bring a head coach in. So they already behind the 8 ball. So now it's time to get to work, you know. So yeah, that's right. Terrence Turnstile. That's who he is, Dro. But again, that's the only reason I think we did what we did, you know, as far as with
Yeah.
uh uh Brian Schottenheimer. But not only that, we gotta remember our quarterback endorsed Brian Schottenheimer. He wanted Brian Schottenheimer, just like he wanted Mike McCarthy. So
Yeah.
dude, why you look like that? What is that about?
It's just, man, it's just, look, and it's this whole thing is like, the players endorsing this guy. Do they really, like, does it really matter what they endorse? Like, I just don't think he does. I don't think he,
Yeah,
like, and like you said, I think there is something to that. Like you said, I agreed, like, with California. I told you from the get go, like, McCarthy, I want to be mad if he stayed because, hey, give him a 4 year deal. Let him finish out this deal with Dak, right? Like, if you're going to do that, do it.
yeah,
Uh, and the only reason you bring in a young guy or a new guy is you're going to draft a young guy and you pair those guys together and you hope those guys are, for the next 10 years, like we have seen with some of these guys that we've had, like, you got Hurts with Sirianni and
yeah,
Andy Reid with Mahomes. Like, that's what you hope for. But I have a buddy, he's a Raiders fan, and we talked about his head coaching stuff. And I told him, I think Pete Carroll is good for you because he's only probably going to get you 4 to 5 years, but he can do what like Parcells did for us, maybe get you on the right track for
yeah,
that next guy.
yeah, for sure. Because they definitely need it. But I could really say that we are well, yeah, I could say we're pretty bad, but there are some teams that's worse than us out there. But I'm gonna leave
I
that
mean,
to where that is. But
the Saints haven't
Fleabug, with
hired
that
nobody.
being said, yeah, I mean we can go talk about some of these other teams, but we right there with them though. Fleabug, so what is it that you want to say? Wow, did y'all hear that? That was
Yeah.
Yeah.
actually thunder.
Um, I want to see us do something in the draft. Something. I mean, something that's just like not heard of from the Cowboys. Like we need to make a drastic move.
Yeah,
And I don't want us to do like we did last year and don't do anything in the draft and don't do anything before. I mean, we've got to make some moves. We cannot just wait around like we did last season. We can't.
Mm-hmm.
And
Can't afford that.
I really truly wish there was a way that they could get rid of Dak and get some.
yeah. Dak's gonna be here for a while, honey. You might as well forget about that because that is not gonna be the case. We definitely got to go probably these first 2 years. I just see another Tony Romo situation, bro. I really do.
Yeah.
He's gonna
With
get
who though?
injured.
You say you see a Tony Romo situation, but with who? We don't even have anybody.
Well, we might draft somebody, but I don't wish anything bad on anybody. But this is the same situation that Tony Romo. He had a bad back, went back out there again, tried again, went down. Then we brought this back up in, and so if Jerry and them are smart enough and they see that we brought Dak in, so let's get a good backup behind that.
Yeah.
Let's get a good
Yeah.
backup to if he does go down, knowing and be honest about it. To be honest about it, saying that it's a possibility that Dak might get hurt again, so we might need to make sure that we bring in either a good veteran quarterback or a young quarterback that has the potential of stepping in and keeping this drive going. So
A young guy, just so that you can probably, like you said, man, Jordan Love sat how many years? 3 to 4 years. Aaron Rodgers sat 3 to 4 years before they got their
yeah,
shot. And since
yeah.
if we're gonna be, if Dak's gonna be here 3 to 4 more years, like we said, it's a Romo situation. Let's have a young guy behind him, and see if we can strike lightning in the bottle if it does come to that situation.
Yeah. Speaking of lightning, I got
That's the biggest point is having somebody behind him, and we don't
yeah.
have that right now.
No, we don't. We don't. Yeah, we don't.
Again, we just have to wait and see how that happens. Guys, it's lightning over here. I'm about to get off this show. Hey, everybody that's on this show tonight, and we appreciate you for joining us with us on the stream tonight. Do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you share this video. And also make sure you hit the subscription button as well because, again, we're doing great things. And I know it's off season right now, but we're going to bring you some news that you can use. So do me a favor. Make sure you hit the subscription button and the notification button so you will be notified when the next video is posted. Anybody got any last word before we get out of here?
No.
I'm good, man. I think I let it all out today.
Really bad. I'm coughing. I can't stop coughing.
Okay. Well, hey, everybody, again, y'all stay safe and continue to be blessed. I'm out of here because there's lightning like crazy. Deuces.